Welcome back to iGCSE Computer Science. We are currently looking at Unit 5, which is the Internet. And in today's lesson, we're going to look at digital currency, which is the last lesson within the Unit 5 of the Computer Science syllabus. We are going to look at how digital currency works, how it is used in the real world. We will also understand the process of blockchain and how blockchain is used to track digital currency transactions throughout the Internet. So if we start with actual currency, so real life money, we know that currency is thought of as notes and coins that we use day to day to buy goods and services. And it also includes the numbers that are in your bank accounts. So online banking, even though it's just a number, that is an actual currency in the country that you may be. When we look at the problems with some of these currencies, this includes counterfeiting. You may or may not be aware that fake coins and notes can be produced. Often shops, restaurants, anywhere you use money, they might check if that money is real. There's also this term hyperinflation, where governments or central banks print too much money and that devalues the actual value of the currency. So they print out too many notes and those notes become worth less. They're worth less than what they were before. Exchange fees also exist. So if you're changing from country to country, you will incur a fee and you will lose out on money because you're paying someone to change that money for you. So digital currencies, which are more commonly referred to as cryptocurrencies, which you've probably heard of in 2025, they only exist in electronic form. Okay, that's important. No actual cash exists. Okay, there's no cash. There are no coins. There are no notes. Okay, it's simply online, simply digital, simply binary. Okay, ones and zeros. Like actual currencies in the real world, they have no natural value. Okay, what that means is that what the world believes they are actually worth. Okay, so whether it's due to politics or the economy, they're only worth what people think they're worth. Okay, so this might go up, this might go down, and as you might well be aware, that cryptocurrencies are starting to become more and more popular as we move forward in time. So how do they work and why have they become so popular? Now, this term blockchain is obviously one of the fundamental reasons why it's being used, because it's so safe. Okay, blockchain is the backbone of most digital currencies. It's the method in which it's kept super secure. When you're talking about transactions and currencies, the first thing that you need to make sure is that everything's being kept safe, that transactions are going to who they should be, that no money is being stolen, that the value is what it says it is. Okay. Now, how we think of blockchain is, imagine a digital notebook. Okay, that's how we're gonna look at it. Okay, and what we do in this notebook, each page we consider a block. Okay, each page in the notebook we're going to call a block, and in this block it stores information. So a transaction, for example, you make a payment. This payment is saved on the page. It's written down that something was bought for $9.99 and it went to a company that we'll label as X. Now the chain is where the chains link together. So the pages are linked together in order, so you can't go back and change anything without everyone noticing. Okay, and when we say everyone noticing, I'll come to that in a minute. But the pages are linked together, so you can see the order of which the transactions take place. So obviously the total balance should match what's going on in this chain. Okay, there's a link between each block, and again, this is what adds to the security. And to make it even more secure, everyone has a copy of the blockchain. So everyone involved in a transaction or the currency has a copy or gets to see what's going on in the blockchain. You can't amend it, you can't change it, otherwise it'll have a knock-on effect and it'll be rejected. And that's how it works. So if we look at a worked example for Bitcoin, step 1, transaction gets written on a new page. Okay, so the details are put on a block. Everyone checks to make sure it's valid. Okay, we go through, yes, that's fine, they've got enough money and it's going to this person. Once it's confirmed, the page gets added to the notebook in the chain. Now it's safe and recorded forever, and as we mentioned, everyone can see it. Now, one of the biggest differences between digital currencies and actual currencies is this term decentralization. Wherever you may be in the world, your currencies are controlled by either a central bank or the government. So they are controlled and monitored and obviously kept safe by a bank or by the government. Now, when it comes to a digital currency, there is no central control. And the reason why digital currencies don't need centralized control is because of that term blockchain, which we looked at before, which makes it so secure. Okay, so no single entity controls any digital currencies. The control is actually managed by the network of the computers. So all of the people who are involved in the cryptocurrency, they all work together, okay, again, through this term blockchain. We can see each of the transactions that take place. We can see what's gone on over the period of time with transactions. That's why it's so secure. Okay, so this term centralized, there's a government involved. They're the ones that control it, or a bank. And then in decentralized, there's nobody. It's just each individual person who has the currency, okay? Now, obviously, we need to store this currency somewhere. And the term we use in order to store this currency is just a wallet, okay? Well, specifically a digital wallet. It's a software application that allows you to store, send, and receive digital currencies. So just like a normal bank or a normal currency where you can send money across, it's the same thing. You can spend, you can transfer, make a transaction. It's the same thing, okay? But you do need some kind of software application to do it. Now, each wallet has a unique address, kind of like an email address. And this is what identifies you when you make a transaction. So when we spoke about blockchain before, your address will be stamped in that blockchain so that you know where the money has gone, whether it's gone from your device or to your device. This will be stored in the blockchain. Now, what we need to show awareness of with digital currencies, especially now, is because it's become so popular, there's a few reasons behind that. First and foremost, we look at the security of it. We spoke about the blockchain technology, cryptographic methods. So the way it's encrypted, again, is super secure. And that is one of the reasons why it's become so popular. Also, the transparency of it. As we said, the blockchain, everyone involved can see, anyone can view it. So again, this just makes it really, really appealable to a lot of people. Also, the accessibility of it. They can be sent anywhere in the world and received anywhere in the world with no exchange rates. Okay, there's no middleman taking it away from that. So it's this worldwide access to it, which makes it so accessible. And generally, just the innovation of it, the possibilities for financial technology and services. It's the next step from traditional currencies, which, like most technologies, will just grow and grow and grow. Okay, so these 4 things, just bear them in mind in case it came up in the exam. Why has digital currencies become so popular, or explain the importance of digital currencies in today's world? There's some answers for you to put. So what I'd like you to do, if you want, you can pause the page, describe how digital currencies work and the use of blockchain technology, and then give 3 different uses for digital currencies. So to simply put it, a digital currency operates on blockchain technology, which is a decentralized digital ledger. It records and verifies transactions across the network of computers. The blockchain ensures security and transparency by permanently recording each transaction in a chain of blocks. 3 uses: sending money abroad, payments of goods, saving and investing. Okay, the list of this is pretty big, so you'd have a bit of freedom on that one. So as I mentioned, guys, this is the last lesson of Unit 5. Next is Unit 6. So by all means, go and check the other 4 lessons in Unit 5 to make sure that we can tick it off and we can say we safely know everything we need to know in the internet section of the syllabus.